Well, hey there, and welcome to another video. This is going to be a video haul. I did one earlier this week of Fanny's Boozy Jams and Jelly, a wonderful box and a wonderful package that they sent me. And today I will be doing a Fort Henry Day haul. So, those of you that might follow me on social media would know that a couple of weekends ago, the first weekend, Labor Day weekend to be exact, I performed with the Wayward Companions, and I also sat in with a little bit with Gallowglass, the band Gallowglass at Fort Henry Days. And of course, I also did a little bit of walking around in 18th century clothing. I camped 18th century style, reenacting them. It's always so much fun doing these events. And I love doing the hauls because these events have some amazing vendors, or sutlers as we call them at these 18th century events. And they just have beautiful, amazing stuff that really boasts some amazing craftsmanship. And I am going to show you a little bit of that today. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, so one of the first things I did buy were these kind of moccasin shoes here. And I did need a new pair of these because I have plenty of proper lady shoes, but I don't have very many, like say frontierswoman shoes, or shoes that say a woman might have been wearing if she was working in her cabin, or worker girl shoes. So I do plan to get some more of those in the future because as much as I love portraying a high-class proper lady, sometimes an event might call for something that's, like I said, maybe more of like a working class girl or a frontierswoman, like Fort Henry Days does. So I bought these, and I feel awful because I cannot remember the name of the sutlers that sold these. I feel terrible. So I will try to find out, and then I will post them in the description to give them a little shout out. So, but these are lovely. They worked. Sunday when it rained, they kept my feet dry. So these were awesome, and I look forward to wearing them when I portray a frontierswoman in the future. So that was one. All right, and also, so upon arrival at Fort Henry Days, right when we're registering, those of us camping and reenacting, performing, right as we register, they give us this little, almost like a swag bag, and I love it. It has FHD, Fort Henry Days. It's a drawstring bag, and what they gave us this year. All right, what I don't have, they did give us also like a shilling card, and that was supposed to be a $5 off coupon for you to spend for you to use with any of our lovely sutlers. And so that was in the bag. It's no longer here because I did use it. But let's see, here is, this is actually information that I got like after, this wasn't part of the bag, but I got this from Applegate's School of Needlework. I was starting to learn some bobbin lacing from them, and it was, and so I guess this is just information she gave me on classes that they might be having, hopefully in January, if all goes well. So that's what this is. And that, like I said, that was given to me later on. But yeah, but Applegate School of Needlework, they are awesome. So what else was in the swag bag? Also just a map of the site of the state park that Fort Henry Days was in. So there was that. And also I took it out, but it was in like just a program for all the reenactors, like a reenactors exclusive activities such as the ladies' tea and things like that. And I love the ladies' tea. And this was like a business card and also something to scan to view the photos of the photographer that was there, Sarah Beth Photography and Designs. And I think you can also purchase the photos too. There's a way to do that on her website. But now this was my favorite. It was Reenactors Bingo. And basically what this is, so if you're a reenactor or in the living history world, we tend to hear all sorts of very, very interesting questions from some in the public. Some things like, and there's some real gems on here, like, are you hot in your outfit? Honestly, probably no more hot than you are in your 21st century clothing. I mean, just being honest. How long have you been doing this? Which, I mean, that's not a very bad question, because I think that, I'd like to know how long somebody has been doing something, just out of curiosity. Do your feet hurt? I will say my only complaint about 18th century clothing is the shoes. I will say the shoes are horribly uncomfortable. I do need to take, especially my proper lady shoes, I do need to take them off, periodically, just to give my feet a break. But other than that, I would say 18th century clothing is absolutely lovely. It's very comfortable. I've never had an issue in it. But I'm not a huge fan of the shoes. I'm kind of glad we aren't wearing those shoes these days. So, okay. Okay, and then also, does your corset hurt? No, it absolutely does not hurt. Can you breathe in that? Yes, I absolutely can. Is that weapon real? Are you really going to shoot each other? Those of us that do battle reenactments. So yeah, are you really going to shoot each other? And what else? Is that real food? That's another one. Is that a real fire? That's another one. Do you live there? Referring to our tents. Are you going to eat that? Referring to, when somebody's cooking over a fire. Are you actually going to sleep in that, meaning our tents? Yes, we do sleep in them, actually. It's quite fun sleeping in an 18th century tent. I love it. How long does it take you to get ready? That's another question I really don't mind, personally. I'll gladly tell somebody how long it takes me to get ready. I mean, it really depends on the outfit. But honestly, once you've been doing it for a while, you kind of have it down to a science, basically. And really, it doesn't take me any more or less long to get ready in an 18th century outfit as it does in a 21st century outfit these days. So can I try that? Which, okay, that's another question. I don't really mind that, depending, of course, what that is. There are some things that, I really don't want the public touching. So, so some things that I'm doing, I'm just kind of like, no, sorry. But other things I'm like, yeah, sure, absolutely. Who are you supposed to be? I mean, that can lead to like a nice little discussion. I know when Eliza Vince Lychik was on, she portrays Becky Franks, who was a very key figure in the American Revolution. Now what drives me crazy, and I know this is a haul video, but I will give one of my little rants, and Eliza and I kind of ranted about it on her episode of the Tavern live stream that she was on with me. One thing that we do that does drive us a little bit crazy, it's not necessarily asking who are you supposed to be, but if you're a woman and you're dressed in 18th century attire, it doesn't matter what 18th century attire, because I've had this question asked of me when I'm dressed in, say, for instance, Jane Austen era, which is actually early 19th century. We get asked if we're Martha Washington, as if there were no other women that existed in that era. I mean, like I said, I've been in Jane Austen attire, which is, long after Martha Washington, and I've still gotten asked, oh, you remind me of what Martha Washington, and I'm like, it's Jane Austen, but yeah, but it just seems like if you're a female that is dressed in like maybe like early 19th century on down, it's like people automatically assume you're Martha Washington. It's so funny because, like I said, Eliza, she portrays Becky Franks, and Becky Franks was actually a loyalist. In fact, she sided with the British in the American Revolution, and she could not stand the Washingtons. She did not like George or Martha. And so anytime Eliza is dressed up as Becky Franks, and somebody asks if she's Martha Washington in true Becky Franks fashion, she just looks at them and just goes, ew. You know? So, which based on what Eliza has told me about Becky Franks, I admit I haven't read too much about her, but I definitely want to look up, I definitely want to look more up on her because she definitely sounds like an interesting, very interesting person. But Becky Franks, that totally was her personality. So Eliza kind of plays that off. And then you can also, go into, okay, but this is who I actually am. And perhaps you could then, educate the public about, maybe about the person that you are, maybe tell them a piece of history that they didn't know. So that's a little bit of, is that a real fire and all that stuff? How do you pee? I mean, that's another one. But it's, this is just, reenactor bingo, just how many of these were we able to get? But that was what was in, I'll go off on another history rant maybe some other time but that's what was in this little bag that they gave to us at registration. So now, also, at registration, we all got this hand sanitizer, and I love the way this is packaged. It's Professor Matt's Miracle Elixir of Life, a cure-all, relieve symptoms of, and it goes on to list what all the symptoms they are. It's cramp, colic, headache, toothache, rheumatism, sore throat, coughs, cold, asthma. So just all bad humors, just all kinds of things, but it's hand sanitizer. So, but I do love the way they package their hand sanitizer this year. So, I'll turn that around. So that's also what I got at the registration table. So what else? Okay. All right. Oh yeah, I remember what this is. So my friend Kara, she's also the sister of Zach Gordon, who is of the band Faire May, and they were also on my live stream. I believe I want to say it was back in February or March, but it was back in the very early spring. And Kara has her own 18th century sutler business called A Rose in the Heather. And she makes all kinds of very beautiful items, including jewelry and accessories and clothing for women, women's clothing. I got this is my second pair of earrings that I bought from her. Absolutely lovely. You can wear them with 21st century or period clothing, doesn't matter. And I'll have a close-up of all this stuff at the end of the video, so if you can't quite see it. And then this tea is actually, it's a Faire May tea. Faire May actually, like I said, it's Kara's brother's band, Faire May, and they actually sell tea at their shows. They have a really wonderful assortment of tea. This tea that I bought from them, and it goes toward Faire May, this tea that I bought from them, it's a Highland Laddie. The name alone sold me, but it's blended exclusively for Faire May. And it's hand blended in small batches to ensure freshness, taste using organic, homegrown, or ethically wild-crafted teas, herbs, and spices. And the ingredients in the Highland Laddie tea, it's a blackberry black tea with lemon verbena, lemon balm, lemon peel, and vanilla. So yes, so this is, and the tea is actually also made by a Crooked Creek herbals and organic teas. So yeah, definitely check those out. But yeah, that's another 2 more items I got from at Fort Henry. And also, I have been wanting to purchase one of these things for the longest time. It's this beautiful handcrafted tin lantern made by the sutler Tinman Roy. He makes, and this is what I used my $5 shilling coupon on, by the way. But yes, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous lantern, and oh, it even came with a beeswax candle in it. But yes, Tinman Roy, he is extremely, obviously a very, very talented tinsmith, and he makes these lovely, lovely lanterns. I can't wait to use it at my next camping, 18th century camping event, and it'll also make lovely home decor in the meantime as well. So I got this lantern here, and all right. Oh, here's the the reenactor's schedule that was also in this bag too. So that's where it went. Oh yeah, and also Tinman Roy, he gave this to me for free. He made me this whistle. I still kind of struggle with it. But what you're supposed to do is put your thumb and your index finger at the very end, because as you can see, there's like a hole there, and you're supposed to blow it. I have still yet to master this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was kind of struggling with it at Fort Henry days, but I guess I finally mastered it. But yeah, he kind of made me that for free. So, and last but not least, now I got this, my friends Diane or Dee and Paddy, Patrick of Gallowglass, actually the band Gallowglass. They have their own album of songs out. This is something separate from Gallowglass, and I listened to it today, and I will be reviewing it for my bonfires and castles, bonfires, castles, and time travel website, as well as my Gothic Celt blog. At Celtic Nations magazine, but this is their CD, their album that they just put out, and also their 6-year-old son David Coughlin. 6-year-old son David was the engineer, which they recorded this in their home studio during quarantine last year, and I had to listen to it, and I put the tracks on my laptop and everything. And yeah, I had to listen to it. It's pretty good. So I can't wait to, and Paddy, he gave me a copy of this right as we were leaving, and I'm glad he did. So I will be reviewing this. I can't wait to review it for my blogs. And yeah, so that is my Fort Henry Days haul. Yeah, the whistle didn't fall off. Good. That is my Fort Henry Days haul. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. All right, take care. Have a lovely day, evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. All right, I'll see you later. Okay.